Welcome, greetings, salutations. Thank you for tuning in. This is Yaya the Spiritual Doula, aka Your Majesty, and you are tuning in to another sacred empowerment for the divine feminines. What's going on, my sisters, the beautiful ladies out there? How art thou doing? How art thou? Okay, I hope you're well. I hope this reading finds you in a good space, health, wholeness, wellness, all that good energy. We're going to see what the mother has to say to us today. All right, we're going to get right into the reading. We're not going to waste any time. If you have not already liked, subscribed, and shared this page, this channel, please do so now. And also, please remember to turn on your notification bell so you can know when I have uploaded another video. Please also take time to check out our other playlists. We also have sacred not sacred, but prayers of an awakened goddess, corporate prayer sessions that you can tap into. You can use them in your personal private time, during your time of veneration, during your time of ritual, or your prayer time. Beautiful prayers that the mother have anointed me to do on behalf of myself as well as on behalf of the collective and share with you all. Okay, we have so much more coming, so you definitely want to hit that notification bell. We got our website coming. Everything's being worked on right now as we speak. A lot to be done, but she gives us the grace to be able to handle it and get it done. So we're going to tap in to see what's going on with the divine feminines, what's in our energies for today, what we need to be aware of, what we may need to come to acceptance of, any encouragement, enlightenment that the mother wants to give us. And we're going to tap in and see what she has to say. I'm going to get some leading energies out here first. I just saw a card flipped over. There you go. Flip that back over. Get our leading energies out here first. Thank you to everyone who has been watching and sharing. Thank you to everyone who has chosen or will choose to participate in exchange of energies through your donations. You can find all of our Cash App information at the bottom of the description. You can find my email there if you want to get in touch with me personally. I am indeed a spiritual doula, and I'm here to assist and help in any way that I can while we are on our spiritual evolutions to make sure that we are succeeding, we are successful. There's so much that we can learn from each other through our experiences, okay, to help each other, to keep us from stumbling and falling over certain obstacles that can sometimes get in our way. So if you want to talk, if you want to vent, if you want to share, if you want to tap in and maybe link up with me to be a part of the platform or come onto the platform, anything like that, you will find my email at the bottom of the description. And if you do want to give and support the channel, this is what I do full time. I'm a spiritual doula full time. And if you do find it on your heart to give, you will also find that Cash App there, okay? But your likes, your views, your hearts, your clicks, your shares, hitting the notification bell, that is absolutely more than enough, and I greatly appreciate you for that exchange of energy. So let's get into the reading. Before we do, we're going to say a quick prayer. Mother, we ask that you would speak expressly in this reading today. We ask that you would lead us, guide us, instruct us. Allow the cards to be your mouthpiece and give my spiritual ear clarity to hear what you are going to say to your daughters. Remove all hindrances, blockages that would try to block the message. We bind and rebuke and cast out said energies, evil lies, malicious, malevolent energies that would come against us while we are in this session. Ashe, ashe, ashe. All right, let's go. Let's go. Hold on. Give me 1 second. I have got to stop doing the lickety-lickety of the thumb thing. I just got to. I got this little thing here. Help me. All right, I got to start using this. All right, Let's see what she want to say. Okay. Ooh, right out the gate. Right out the gate. We got speed, mysteries. Okay. Vibrations. One more. And confusion. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Ooh. There's something coming towards us. Okay. There is something we are quickly stepping into and we are moving towards as divine feminines. A lot of the things that you're going to be encountering on your personal spiritual evolution, a lot of things that are not, how do I say this? A lot of things that are not necessarily known by the masses. We have a lot of books, we have a lot of texts, we have a lot of people sharing, a lot of teachers, a lot of different energies we can pull from as we develop our spiritual eye and our spiritual awakening. But there are things that you are going to be moving into that cannot be found in any book. There are things, there are revelations, there are downloads and uploads. People always talk about downloads, but the uploads, okay, the things that come from underneath the underworld, you understand what I'm saying, are just as important, if not more so, because it's almost next to impossible to begin to receive downloads from the higher vibrations without first dealing with that underworld energy. So there's a lot of things that you have forgotten. There's a lot of things that you have been removed from. There's a lot of, this is what a lot of people think of the Akashic records, or they think of their past lives. This is all underworld energy. This is past energy, past information, things that you have forgotten, okay, that has to be reintroduced to you. There are a lot of mysteries and a lot of secrets and a lot of things that you cannot find out of a book, Divine Feminine, that you're going to have to begin to spiritually uncover in your own personal private time. Right? There's a lot of vibrations going on right now. You know, there's a lot of frequencies going on right now. Right? And one thing that I always stand on and I build my spiritual foundation on is, I can read, I can study, I can hear someone else say it, but until it is revealed to me, it does not stand as true. You understand? It does not stand as true until it is revealed to me. Now, what we do with the masses of information that we have in the collective, floating around on social media, floating around on in books, floating around, you know, we got tablets we got to read, we got papyruses that they done dug up, we got all this information that we have been shut out from for generations now, and we are reconnecting with that information, right? But in us reconnecting with that information, we must keep in mind that there is so much more, right? Because the information we are studying now and receiving now is information that already is available to us. But the information that we need about what we are becoming, right? Like, what are we moving out of and moving into? That information is not found in no book. It is not written down. It is going to be some of us who are going to be doing the writings that our future generations will be reading, like we're reading the past writings of those who came before us. So a lot about what we're going to become, what we are evolving into, what the next frequency is, it has to be revealed to you. It is a mystery. You understand? It is a mystery. So there's a lot of vibrations that could cause confusion. And the way to bring peace to confusion is to build a solid foundation that truth has to be experienced. Okay? It has to be experienced. I am a living, walking, breathing epistle of that fact. I am a studier of many books. I read, I do all of that. I listen to other teachers, I do all of that, like many of us do. But it still stands true. That truth has to be experienced. The mysteries, the secret knowledge that you are seeking for is still a secret, meaning it's not in a book. Okay? It's not in, it is in you going and moving towards the unknown, towards that which is unknown to you, and trusting the mother and the son to guide you to said truth, to said mysteries, to uncover that which is not readily available to you. You can't just jump on Amazon and go buy a book and read about this. You have to discover it within and use the different texts that we have, use the different teachers that we have to fortify what you already know to be true. And when you do it that way, you could tell the real from the fake. You could tell the real vibration from the fake vibration that's just trying to cause you confusion. Okay? The real vibration from the fake vibration that's going to cause you confusion. When you build your spiritual awakening, there's a plane. See what I'm saying? Okay. When you build your spiritual awakening upon what has been revealed to you, and you use outside sources, the 3D world and all that it offers, to speak towards what has been spiritually revealed to you, it allows you to sift through the nonsense. All right? It allows you to sift through the things that do not matter anymore, because we've moved into a new vibration, because you've moved into a new vibration, because we are going into a new vibration. Certain things that some spiritualists, some teachers, some spiritual social media influencers are harping on is no longer relevant. It's old news in the spirit. Okay? Because what we have to keep in mind is that the spirit is never stagnant. She is constantly in motion. It is our job to be moving in alignment with her. And in order to do that, we have to become unhinged to old ways. Now, see, that's going to hit some of you, because some of us can be really, really stuck in our what we call ritual. You're stuck in ritual. Ritual has its place. Not negating that. It has its place. But the spiritual individual, the spiritual being must always remain capable of shifting. If the ritual has to change because spirit said it has to change, it has to change. Your discipline and ability to adhere to ritual can remain the same, but the ritual has to be mutable. It has to be fluid. It has to be changeable, because spirit is not stagnant. It is not stagnant. And what we do know is that all things that are have their foundation in spiritual existence. So if spiritual is not stagnant, if spirit is not stagnant, then that which is spiritual by nature cannot be stagnant. It must move. It must change. So you have to be really careful with ritual. You have to be really careful even with your disciplines. You have to be really careful with the word discipline. You have to be careful, because you want to be disciplined at being able to move with spirit expediently, because spirit is moving, and there are things that it wants to move us to. There are new revelations, new understandings as to where we are headed, as to what the new frequency and the vibration is, as to what the mother is requiring from us as divine feminines now. What is she requiring from us right now? We know what she required from our grandmamas and our ancient ancestors. We know what they left, all of that there as a guidepost for us. But what is she requiring from us who are existing in this dimension right now, who are divine feminines? That is the mystery we have to discover. That is what we have to figure out. Okay? So there's a lot of vibrations. But when you set your foundation upon moving with spirit, letting spirit reveal to you the next steps, the next phases of what is required for you to go to the next highest vibration, it removes all the confusion surrounding this quote unquote spiritual awakening and this evolution and this I don't like to call it new age, because it's really not that new. It's new to some of us, but it's really not that new, right? But with every new move, it's a new move, and we have entered into, and we are going to enter into another wave of a new move. Now, are we going to be prepared for that? See, this is the energy that I think about when I think about, was it 7? It was either 7 or 12 virgins. I can't remember. I think it was 7. How many virgins was supposed to be having oil in their lamp when the bridegroom came? You know the scripture where in the parable in the Bible where it talks about the virgins had to keep oil in their lamp, and one of them went to sleep in the middle of the night, decided she wasn't gonna go get no oil in her lamp. She was tired. She wasn't gonna get up. And the bridegroom came, and all of the rest of them went out to meet the bridegroom, but the virgin that didn't have the oil in her lamp because she was too lazy to get up to go get some oil, okay, then she missed her divine appointment. She missed her opportunity to move into the next vibration, to move into the next wave, to move into the next commitment, the next alignment. And this is what we do not want to do. As the daughters of the Great Mother, we do not want to miss. So in order to not miss it, we have to move accordingly. Because just like the scripture says, old things are passing away. Behold, all things are becoming new, have become new, will become new. It is a fact. We call it evolution, but it is a fact that the old will not remain. And when you see individuals, and when you see sects of people, when you see religious of people who are full of dogma about their old ways that are older, so old that it's like, wait a minute. No, I get the foundation. I got the foundation is laid. But and how many millennials, y'all rituals have remained the same for how many generations, and y'all have not sought the spirit at all to see if they want or require anything different? Like, it baffles me. It baffles me. And but those individuals will call themselves spiritual. And I'm not here to make any judgments on the individual, but I will judge the concept of you being spiritual. You can't possibly be. You cannot possibly be if you're still stuck in an ancient old system without any change, without any asking, without any requesting to know if spirit wants something different, if the ancestors, the spiritual beings want something different. You have them boxed and locked into a system. And we do this in our individual lives, and we do this collectively, and we call ourselves spiritual. But spirit is constantly in motion. She is constantly evolving. It is given to her the power of evolution, which is change. Something must change. Now, what that is a mystery to us all, collectively and individually. And as we as individuals take up the responsibility of seeking out the hidden mysteries that we cannot find except but in the spirit, then we can move the collective from being stuck in a position, stuck in one place, stuck in a dogma, care which religion, which system, which whatever you choose. I don't care if we're talking about the 3D matrix and the economic systems and the family dynamics, the social system, the education system, the religious system. I don't care what system you're talking about. It doesn't matter, because all things have their existence and beginning and ending in spirit first. So when we as individuals begin to unplug ourselves from structured thinking outside, like not being able to actually say we don't know. It's like we don't know. It is our job right now to go find out, not based on what was, but what will be. And what will be is, behold, all things have become new. So if you're using old to inform what you think you're moving into, then you are misinformed, because the old can't speak of the new. The mother is saying we have to spend more time seeking for that which is hidden to us, that cannot be found in anything that already is. This is how we bring her energies in, because she can't come into anything that is not willing to evolve, because everything exists, everything in every realm, in every dimension, in every universe, on every planet, every star, every sun, every moon, everything, every element, everything, every being created exists for the sole purpose of her evolution. And when you get an understanding of that, you begin to require from yourself the ability to remain untethered. I can't tether myself to any concept, any idea, any relationship, any job, any occupation, anything. I can't just tether and root myself down like that, because if I do that, then I hinder the personal evolution that I am supposed to go through as a reflection and an emanation of the mother who is evolving through me. She's evolving through me. The soul is evolving through me. Through my experience in this dimension, through my experience in this reality, my job is to stay untethered. And what I'm not untethered to, what I'm not held down by, I have to begin to unlock those locks and take off those shackles, because I have to move with her. That is the job, the task of divine feminine power, is to move with her. Okay? Let's get some clarifications out here. No, I don't want to use this one. This ain't the one I want to use. Let me use this one. I should have brought my hoodoo deck. We have to, be very, very diligent over overly conceptualizing what spiritual evolution is supposed to look like. Much of it, a lot of it can only be discovered within you. Can only be discovered. The power you have access to to move obstacles, to move to manifest as you desire in this reality. It's so many multiple manifold realities that you need to be able to access and go into. You don't even know what you look like in other realities because you can't get out of this one. You don't even know that you have a whole nother form, a whole nother look, and a whole nother reality because you are so conscious of this one. And because you can manifest a little money, little job, little love, then you feel like you doing something. And you are. You are. I mean, it's important. But if that's all you can do, there's deeper, there's more depth of your spiritual access. There are other dimensions in which you also, as a living, eternal spirit and soul, can move into. But you have to move into a certain fluidity so that the mysteries of that can be discovered by your consciousness. And you're not just conscious of one dimension. These are the mysteries that we're moving into. So though we study the past, though we reflect on the past, though we have many teachers, we only have one mother. Okay? Though we have many ways in which we can learn from one another, focus must be given expediently. Expediently, we must move into the hidden, into that which has not been written about. And I'm not telling you just what she's telling me spiritually to tell you right now, because she's telling it to me too. But I'm also speaking as myself to tell you that there is so much more. There are things I have experienced that I have not found in any book and I've heard nobody speaking of. There are dimensions I've been in that I've heard nobody speaking of. I've not seen it in any realm, in any book rather. The more I yield myself, knowing fully who I am, knowing fully that I stand with my own power, my own will, as a goddess of my own, in my own right, not because it sounds catchy to call myself a goddess. It's not that I call myself your majesty because it sounds good or it sounds cute. I have earned every stripe. So I don't, I know that's a little cliche thing. Everybody, oh, I'm a goddess. Oh, I'm a god. Oh, I'm a god. But you have to earn. Okay? You have to put in your work. You have to do your work. All right? We're moving into something that's unknown to us. We're moving into something that's unknown to us. All right? So when we, like I said, when we look, and the magician card it just jumped right out at me. All right? Forgive the blurriness of the camera. I have not figured out how to get that camera to do auto zoom. I don't know if the thing broke or whatever, child. It's practically a brand new camera, but I ain't tech savvy like that now. Anyway, you know what the magician card looked like. That magician card. And I'm going to just put it up there at the top because I haven't pulled out anything yet to clarify the 4 I have before me. But right out the rip, magician, willpower, manifesting, right? Like, we're manifesting the ability to receive things that have not been received yet, revelations that have not been received as of yet. We are the generation chosen to receive the new thing that the mother is doing. Because despite how society, with its patriarchy and its misogyny and the usurpation of her throne, despite how they did execute that, she is not dead nor asleep. Okay, like they couldn't do what she didn't allow, but their time is up. They don't want to give it up, and this is the fight we have. Okay, they don't want to give it up because they can't go where we're going collectively, right? And it's not saying that they won't get it maybe in the next millennium. Maybe. I'm not here to judge that. All I know is I got oil in my lamp. Right? My lamps have been trimmed. Okay? And I hope your lamp's trimmed. Good sis. I hope you got a little oil in your lamp. Because there's a revelation. And that's what that oil means. That's what it signifies. That's what the lamp signifies. It is the ability to tap into the enlightenment of that which is arriving. It has never been here before. It's coming. It's coming to you. It's not the old. It's experiencing something new. Hence why it was 7 or 12 or however many it was. They were virgins. Right? They were the chosen vessels to house the new light, the new vibration that clears up confusion. The light clears the confusion. Let's clarify speed. See, I'm about to do it again. Clarify speed for me. Yeah, the Ace of Wands. There's something on the horizon. There's something coming. Many of you are receiving new ideas, new projects, new passions. Follow it. Even if it doesn't look like anything that you can say, oh, I'm hearing Spirit say, some of us are receiving assignments that you have no outside example of to be able to say, this is what I should do, this is how I should do it. Okay, that worked for them. This will probably, let me do it like this. There's no YouTube video you can watch for this to show you how to do it. There's no really no book you can read. I mean, you can collective of books, to pull information, but this is something new. This is something that you haven't seen anybody else do, so that you can pull a little bit of guidance from. This is completely new. And the mother is saying, move in it. Move. Don't worry about it. You're laying the foundation. You're laying a new road. You're cutting a new path. It's not there. I'm taking you through the wilderness to cut a new path. Okay? She's saying move in it, even if it seems like nobody understands what the hell you're trying to accomplish. Like, what the fuck? What is she talking about? You understand what I'm saying? What is she talking about? That ain't gonna work. She ain't gonna be able to do that. Child, boo. Do it. The downloads that you're receiving from the mother, you are privileged to be able to receive said information. You know what? And this goes back to, it's kind of off topic, but I kind of want to insert this, because I feel like this is a good example of what I'm saying. And a lot of people are going to, there's a whole situation, or was a whole situation with the actor Terrence Howard, and a lot of new scientific theories that he was bringing to the forefront. And he went on a couple of podcasts with a couple of non-melanated individuals. He also reached out to a melanated individual. And skin color don't matter here. When it comes to spiritual things, skin color don't matter. Okay? Skin color don't matter. All right? What matters is, are you Are you bringing new spiritual information to spiritual beings who can then build upon what you're saying? Or are they going to shoot you down because all they have is the logic of their masculine minds? And I watched Terrence Howard present theories, scientific theories that nobody's heard of. And they literally pretty much called them stupid and dumb and laughed them off the platform. And I said to myself, now why would he do that? Why would he take what he is receiving? And he knows he's receiving it by way of spirit. That's the thing. He knows he's receiving spiritual download. Then why would you go to scientists who live off of logic and reason and the physical world and try to get them to validate for you what they can't even conceptualize? They can't conceptualize what he's saying because they're not spiritual minded. They're not spiritually in tuned. They have no spiritual intuition. And he's going to them to look for validation. But they can't validate him. And the mother is saying, stop looking for validation from people who cannot validate you, because you are receiving the hidden, deeper mysteries that they are not privy to. It's the whole reason why the allegorical character Jesus spoke in parables. It's a reason why he spoke in parables. And he actually said why. Because to them it is not given. It is not given, but to you, talking to his disciples, it is given to understand the mysteries of the kingdom. We are daughters of the mother. We receive immediate download from her. Much of what we receive, because most of the world does not even want to acknowledge her. So most of them are not going to have the spiritual capacity to understand what she has you bringing forth. So we got to stop looking for validation for man or for woman. We got to stop looking for validation. We've got to move expediently in the things that she is telling us to do. Why? Because it is vitally important for the new vibration that is going to heal the confusion. We are the chosen to manifest the new, not the old. Somebody already did that. Somebody already did that. We study it to bring ourselves into remembrance to what we've been shut out of. But you can only stay there for so long. You must develop the ability to now say, okay, boom, got that. Atlantis, Egypt, Osiris, Sirius, got that. Reptilians, check. Egypt, check. Samaria, check. Got that. Now what? Now who? Now when? Now where? Now how? Because that's already been done. Okay? Clarify for me mysteries. Look, the fool. I know I'm talking in the Holy Ghost here. Look, listen. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm hearing. And I need my sisters to hear me. It's unknown to you. But don't be afraid of it. Connecting and reconnecting to the mother is unknown to us because we've been so shut out of the consciousness of her, but not the spirit of her, because she's been with us. And when you reconnect, you'll be able to look back and be like, boom, okay, boom, here, all right, gotcha. You've been there. I got it. I was never really lost. It's just somebody came and put a veil over my eyes, over my consciousness. She's still there though, even in the darkness, even in the ignorance, even in the dogma, even in the religious. Even in all of it. But she's unknown to many of us. She's unknown to many of you. There's some of you listening to me that still find yourselves and you're still a part of certain sects and religious and cults or whatever you want to call them. And don't take the word cult the wrong way. It's not as negative as people make it out to be. Okay? But it is what it is. Organizations, systems, institution. Whether it be Christianity, whether it be Muslim, whether it be Hindu, whether it be voodoo, whether it be any of it, you're still a part of it, and you can remain a part of it. But let me explain to you something. The mother is calling her daughters, do not fear, but do not fear stepping into a relationship with her, because you have not known of her for a while. Because your soul will immediately be like, oh, finally, this is what we was missing. Yeah, we got the whole masculine, divine, and all of that, all of them deities and whatnot. We got all them masculine energies and all that. That's fine. They there to protect and guide and give us logic and reason and do what we tell them to do. Basically. Yeah. So we got that. But the mother is home. The mother is the breast. The mother is the nurturer. The mother is the comforter. The mother is the wisdom. The wisdom. And her wisdom is a mystery that you have to leap into. You have to jump into the relationship that requires her to give you her wisdom. But you can't get it boxing yourself into all of this unnecessary, structured tethering, shackles, chains, whatever you want to call it. You have to move. You have to flow. Okay? Clarify vibrations. Ace of Swords. There are a lot of you, and I know that I just recently last week, and I thought I didn't know what was going on. I really didn't, because I just was tired all last week. Like, I would sleep at night, rest really well, and I would get up in the morning, and I maybe for the first hour, 2 hours of the morning, I'd be fine. And then there would just be this tiredness that would come over me for the first 2 or 3 days last week. I'm like, what is this? Because I know people tend to, want to send negative energies and stuff like that. And I've been overcoming a lot of challenges when it comes to individuals who send their negative energy my way. But that's such light work at this point. But I was still asking the mother, like, what is going on? Do I need to? And I did my cleansing last week and everything, and I felt fine. But then I just was still dealing with this fatigue. And it wasn't until yesterday when I was in prayer and meditation where she said the frequency shift you just went through is about to be over. And I'm like, oh, that's what that was? Gratitude, because I was like, I didn't know what was going on for a minute. I mean, all I could do was just go with it, though. All I could do was just go with it. I would have maybe the first 1 or 2 parts of the morning, and I'd be fine. And then, like, I got to go lay down. And I would go in meditation, and I would meditate until I would fall asleep. And I spent most of the day in and out of resting. And when she said that, told me yesterday, finally, that I have been going through a frequency shift. Many of you are going through frequency shifts, okay? And we need to be aware of this, all right? Because when you step into the unknown, a lot about the way it feels, a lot about the way you move is just different. The access you have to different realms and dimensions and realities, when you come back to this one, you can be physically exhausted. And when I sleep, I move into other dimensions. At this point, I'm no longer, I wouldn't even call what I do when I sleep dreaming, right? So when I wake up, I feel rested, but then 2 hours into the day, I need to actually now go and rest, because all night long I've been moving in and out of dimensions and doing what I'm empowered to do because I'm a divine feminine. All right. So a lot of your vibrations, you're going to start realizing that you're in a frequency shift. You're going to become conscious that your vibrations are different, that you're picking up different vibrations, that you're becoming more sensitive to energies, okay? Unseen energies. It's not always people doing things in this reality to fight you. When you really begin to rank up, you don't understand how much of your adversarial energies that you'll be dealing with are unseen in this reality. It's not until you go into meditation or into rest or into a deep sleep enough to be able to get your consciousness to go into that realm that you'll start realizing, no, it's energies in other realities and universe and dimensions that are fighting me against me waking up, me being able to help others wake up. Okay, me reconnecting in the relationship to the mother as I should have always been connected to the mother, right? So there's a lot of vibrations that are going to be new to you. All right. And so these shifts are going to happen and have been happening. And we need to be aware of that. And I was so grateful yesterday when she was like, she just straight up told me like this, because I was like, I didn't know what was going on. I ain't gonna hold you. But I know enough about how spirit moves that even when I don't consciously understand, I trust spirit enough to just go with it, because I fully know I'm protected. So even if it is someone sending whatever the case may be, okay, we'll deal with this, whatever, and then we'll just eventually move past it. Eventually it's just gonna fall to the ground, and it's not gonna bear any fruit, because I always say this, I always remind myself this, and if you have not begun to think of yourself along these lines, please by all means do so. If you don't take anything from me, take this. There is no one in any realm, dimension, reality, planet, or anything that has more will over your life than you do. So that throws all your unjust witches, all your unjust warlocks, all the malicious, all the spell work. That throws all of that in the same bucket. Because sweetheart, you can throw it, but it at the end of the day, it ends up falling to the ground unfruitful, because there is no one that has more will in my life, over my life, than I do. That is something I stand on foundationally. I might feel a little this and a little sluggish and a little you deal with that. But there is no one. I always come back to this point. And as long as you adhere to that way of thinking about your existence, there is nothing you can get in and out of. You can't get in and out of. You understand? And so I've learned enough to trust spirit. I trust the ancestors. They've protected me from literally from death. So at this point, I mean, if there's any spell work being thrown, you're wasting your time, because you threw your heaviest shit, and as you see, I'm still sitting here, and I'm gonna be sitting here. You feel me? So I said, okay, let me just rest. I mean, take care of my kids, do what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Did my editing, and I just laid down and rested. And yesterday she says, oh, and that frequency shift you just went through. And I was like, you could have told me that Tuesday though. But now I got you. I got this, I got you. Appreciate that. I'm glad you validated that it was a frequency shift. Because see, sometimes you're not conscious of what's going on. You have to have that relationship so she can make things known to you about what's going on in the vibrations and the energy. It's not readily just like available all the time for you to know things. So the relationship you have with the mother is very imperative to her revealing to you the unknown as you step into the unknown, right? And the changes that you experience in the vibrations that you feel, that you pick up, that you sense, that you smell. Like last week, I was walking around and I just kept smelling pound cake. I asked my mom, I said, you smell pound cake? Girl, no. I asked my children 2 days later, I smelled it again. And I'm like, do y'all smell pound cake or is it just me? Nobody smell pound cake but me. Which reminds me I gotta bake a pound cake. It reminds me I gotta bake a pound cake. But those are the subtle sentient ways in which spirit speaks and manifests and uses the 3D world to manifest. So many other ways, right? So many other ways that she manifests to give you the information as to what the vibration is going on around you right now. Okay? So we got the Ace of Swords with vibration. Clarify the confusion, please. We got the High Priestess. Some of you feel like your life is in utter chaos. And it's not. I mean, in the manifested 3D world, if you look at what's going on around you, from the consciousness of the 3D world only, is confusion. It's a lot of chaos. Yeah. Folks lying to you. Folks don't want to deal with you no more. You've been in isolation. You lost your job. Your car don't want to run. Your children acting up. Your one child and got himself locked up. Your other daughter done laid up and had a baby with some nigga you told her to stop messing with because he wasn't hitting no nothing. Now he done disappeared. Her and the baby living back at your house. You got this going on because your auntie and your uncle act like they don't want food with you no more. The goddamn rent man is over here tripping, talking about he want to raise up the rent $1,500 in the middle of a lease. You know, it's a lot going on. And it looks like confusion. And it looks like all hell is broken loose. But where you are confused at is that you keep looking at that from the limitations of the physical consciousness of the physical world. And you're not using your intuition. You're allowing the confusion to keep you from stepping into this role of High Priestess. Okay? And I know how heavy the things that we experience in this life can be. Trust me. To get where I am right now spiritually, I literally had to lose just about everything. I had to be willing to give up some things, and some things I just lost. But what I have gained because I was willing to step into the unknown, to just say, fuck it. There's more for me. And this little bitty this and these little bitty crumbs that they want to pass out to keep me pacified, to keep me hooked to this system and hooked to that system and hooked to this. Like, it's not good enough for me anymore. Something is calling me higher. Something's calling me to step into the fullness of my divinity. The access that has been granted me. I can't let that sleep. I can't let the confusion of this world shut me out. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to me. So I understand when things go awry and things go topsy-turvy. But divine feminines, we are housing within us the new vibration that we are moving into. We are the temple, collectively and individually, of the mother herself. We cannot let the simplicity of this matrix be so complex to us that we running around like a rat on a wheel, and we don't want to shed. To house this power, to house this privilege, to step into this door, you've got to lay down those bags. We talked about this in another reading. Got to lay it down. All right? Let's get a quick African goddess reading to support, confirm. There's something that is headed towards us and something we're headed towards. And it's a new thing. I don't know, just like you don't know. Our job is to find out individually and find out together. If you have not, please take this moment to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, okay? Stay tapped in. Stay tapped in. All right? Our job is to find out individually and share collectively. And be choosy who you share it with. Let spirit lead you. We can't keep casting our pearls before the swine. Because it's not the lifetime for everybody to get it. So stop browbeating people. Okay? You have to let spirit lead you as to who to have, who to share, where to go, who to speak to. You'll know. You'll know. You use this intuition good enough, you'll know. You'll know a mile away. Ain't fooling with them. I ain't fucking with them. They ain't bad people. There ain't nothing wrong with them or nothing. But I don't feel like going into all that because they closed-minded. They still not ready. Right? These are mysteries. There's a reason why they're hidden. There's a reason why it's called a mystery. We have Live Out Loud. We have Mask. All right? And we have Storms. Look, you know what I got from this automatically? Something that looks like a storm is not a storm. And this to me goes back to this confusion with the high priestess. There's something you're going through that you are perceiving as a storm, as a time of, oh my God, everything is like out of whack. And it's not a storm per se. It is carving out an opportunity for you to live in the version of your truest self. The confusion is birthing the high priestess in you. It's being masked as a storm. It's being masked as a storm, but it's carving out for you the opportunity to live as the truest version of yourself. I hear my phone, but I don't see it, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay? So this is what we have to remember. We're going to go through some things, but look, you can't get to the light without going through the darkness. You can't get a harvest from your seeds that you have planted in the ground without a little rain. Okay? Without a little thunder, a little lightning every now and then. Okay? Without a little storm cloud every now and then. The crops need that. And you've got things in the ground. You have situations you have already yielded over. You're waiting for the harvest. You're waiting for it to come. And it looks, it's masked like it's just everything's going the opposite way that you wanted it to go. But it's not going the opposite way. It's going exactly the way it should go. And it's going to carve out an opportunity for you to live to your greatest, highest, truest, most beautiful potential. Freely live out loud. Giving you joy, true joy. Taking joy in what you have birthed, what you have nurtured, what you are birthing, what you are nurturing. Okay? I'm going to get one more. Grounding. I saw that one and then I started shuffling. The mother saying some of us need to do some grounding. Okay? Because we are receiving a lot of vibrations. We are moving into higher vibrations. We are having frequency shifts. So we need to do some grounding, okay? All right? Well, my sisters, that is a beautiful reading. That is all for today. I cannot wait to meet you back here, to see you again, get another reading, to see what Mother wants to say to us. I hope that I said something that is going to strengthen you, encourage you, enlighten you. Again, please take the time to connect with me here on YouTube, on my socials. I am Yaya, the spiritual doula, on all social media platforms. As well, you will find my email in the bottom of the description.